But my next challenge was going to be exactly that. The flying chair is when you ride along with the sidecar in the air. And as you might expect, 5-time sidecar cross champ Sergei Zirinov was pretty good at it. The secret is to keep the speed to about 20 or 30 kilometers an hour and then do a quick left then right turn with your weight on the left to lift the sidecar. After that, it's all about balance. So much for the theory. What about the practice? 20 or 30 kilometers an hour, and then that's not lifting it. That's lifting it. Whoa! I feel like I'm going to crash this thing. Oh yeah! Whoa! Nearly in the field. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby, I got my chair flying. Woo!
Вот отлично получается.
Oh, perfectly. You started doing perfectly.
If I ended up on 2 wheels during the enduro race, at least I'd now have some chance of balancing the bike and not rolling it. And that, my friends, is why sidecars rule. The final stop on my Russian adventure was the Ural Festival. Every year, thousands of Russian bikers flock to this field outside Irbit to celebrate all that's good about biking in general and Urals in particular. It gave me a chance to practice some Russian.
Здравствуй. Пиво. Пиво.
It's good? Good. I'm going to be absolutely spanned by the time I get out of this campsite. Swapping a Russian field for the English variety at the Cotswold Enduro, my mentor Mick Cross gave me a bit more instruction before letting me loose on his Ural.
More cheese from it.
He also threatened to kill me if I hit anything during the race.
Now, Mick, I'm watching the solos go round on this course at the moment. It looks quite technical, quite tough, but I can imagine doing that on a motocross bike. Doing it on this. You assure me it's all control and skill, but do I have a hope, and what do I need to do?
It's more technical than riding a solo. You're using the throttle to actually drive you around corners, on and off, depending whether you're going left and right. We either drive the chair around the bike, or let the bike drive around the chair.
Does that mean you actually need to accelerate into corners?
Yep, on a right-hand corner on this one, take all your power off before you get to the corner, and then progressively accelerate round and drive around the chair wheel.
OK. So we've got to steer more with the throttle, stay off the clutch as much as possible. And what about the peculiar dangers? I mean, at least I can't high-side it, but there must be a number of varied and interesting ways I could get it wrong in one of these.
On a left-hand corner, when you've got pressure on the sidecar wheel, if you panic mid-corner and hit the brake, you will flip the outfit.
What, as in nosedive?
Nosedive over the top.
Right, so we've got all the weight is going to this corner to turn it left.
Yeah.
Digs in.
Over it goes. There's no escape from that one. Once it starts to go, it goes.
You ever done that?
Yes.
OK. That would be bad.
When you're going through ruts, wherever possible, keep the bike high and the chair low.
Right.
Otherwise, you'll be trying to put your feet down on the bike side.
So if the chair's too high, then the thing's going to want to tip over that way.
To lift up that way. It feels more unnerving than it really is.
Right, OK.
Common sense out there. If it feels right, it probably is.
It's one thing riding these sidecars around a field, but quite another when you're racing for a couple of hours with lots of other bikes to hit. And I've got a passenger.
I've got my monkey.
Poor unsuspecting fool. We were racing with the quad bikes, but while they were trying to do as many laps as possible in 2.5 hours, my challenge was to complete just one lap of the 5.5-mile course. Right then, Rob, you ready? Yeah. Jolly good.
Oh no, we're off. Oh. It doesn't even steer. Steady away, he said, steady away. It's not a race, you know. I've got no control over where we're going. I reckon we take the first lap to see if we can survive and to see where the course goes. Why does it keep going left? Or right even?
But left or right wasn't the real problem. It was up that was the tricky bit.
Oh dear. Trying again.
We were really struggling to get traction on the steep slope, and I had the horrible feeling I was going to be defeated within 400 metres of the start. At least we weren't the only ones having problems.
Good job we're not doing the Erzberg on it. Take a bigger run at it this time. I think it's the only way. Come on. Hey! Third time lucky. Is it the white knuckle ride you thought it would be?
We got past the first hurdle, but it wasn't long before we ground to a halt at another steep slope.
This we shouldn't be doing on one of these. What? Whoa!
That was an almost perfect illustration of what Mick had warned me about earlier. Weight on the sidecar and I get flipped over the top. I added a couple of extra rolls just for dramatic effect. Thankfully, the course flattened out a bit after that. We headed into the trees and were going quite well, until we hit one. The impact with the tree knocked one of our onboard cameras back into record. It also left my monkey with a sore knee and a foul mouth. But if it had damaged the sidecar, I was in trouble. Mick would not be pleased. Having survived the collision with the tree, there was an air of confidence in the sidecar. My monkey did an imitation of a machine gunner, and we were cruising to the finish line when we came to another nasty-looking dip. A little wary after my previous trip over the handlebars, I decided discretion was the better part of valour and stopped for a recce. We were soon joined by Mick and the gang, and after a bit of a conference, we went for it.
There we go.
That hurdle safely negotiated, there was nothing to stop us, and it was full speed. No, really, to the finish. One lap and one challenge completed.
So, one lap completed.
One whole lap.
And damage to my bike?
Well, I mean, there's a couple of little scratches, nothing that a bit of teacup.
So there's this 2-inch dent down there from a tree.
I know that's not, that's actually just the shading where the paintwork's gone darker. Teacup, right as rain.
But more importantly, did you have some fun?
That was awesome. I'll tell you what, I didn't quite believe that A, this would be possible to even get round, and B, that it was as fun as you said it was.
There you go.
I thought it might be, but now I know. You were very right.